Hey everyone, this is Jim Galliano, and I want to walk you through connecting your accounts, your social media accounts with socialmob.com. First, I just want to take a moment to thank you for registering for the service. And if you scroll down, this is the front page. The login button is at the top, and the actual link, the URL is my.socialmob.com/login if you want to make a shortcut for it on your desktop. But if you're not already connected to these four services, if you're like most people, maybe you spend most of your time on one. By most of your time, I mean whatever social media time that you've allotted for yourself. Maybe you spend a little bit of time on Facebook, maybe a little bit on LinkedIn. Most business owners I know personally, they really don't spend a lot of time on Twitter. And the crazy thing about it, I was one of them, is I actually get most of the results that I get business wise are on Twitter now. And I really don't understand why that is. I've also talked to other people that are really, especially people that have retail shops, doing really well showing their products on Pinterest. So we're going to be adding other platforms like Instagram, um, and we're going to keep this updated all the time. We'll be adding new features, and it takes a while. I would say that it took probably a little over 2 years to get to this point for the system that you are using today. So a lot of work goes into it and maintaining it. So if you're not already in these networks, join them. And here's the reason why. Because SocialMob is a management and content curation platform for social media, it's going to take you a fraction of the time to be everywhere than it did in the past just to be in on one platform. So maybe you were spending time on Facebook and you barely made a dent, or maybe you were on LinkedIn and it was frustrating. I know it can be really frustrating when you're trying to get your message out there and it gets lost in all the noise. But the reason for these things, why do you want to post in all these places? Because the more visibility you have, the more people will actually begin to connect with who you are and what you offer. And if you can sustain that visibility, the know like trust factor skyrockets. And then when people need the type of product or service you offer, you're one of the first names, if not the first, that comes to mind. So connect with these accounts if you haven't already. So I'm going to log in here. Now I use a password manager, and it's called RoboForm. It resides right up here within my browser, and it's great because between my passwords, usernames, clients, friends that I help, I probably have over 300 of them. It would be impossible to manage just with a piece of paper and a pad somewhere. Okay, so here you can see on this side of the screen, and by the way, you see this little question mark here? That's on every single screen that you go to. All you have to do if you get lost or confused is click this. And it will show you everything you need to know. You just keep on clicking, and when you get stuck in a certain area, no problem, just click on the question mark. So the first thing we want to do is we want to connect our accounts. So in the Pro version, everybody that signs up gets the Pro version automatically. You'll have that for 2 weeks. After it goes to the basic version, which is like a stripped down version basically of the Pro version. But right now we're looking at the Pro version, so you have that. Connect your accounts. You can connect up to 50 accounts. So even if you wanted to do social media for other people, you could actually use this to do that. Okay, now right down here you can see I can add more accounts. So if I click on this, this window will pop up and I get to choose, do I want to add somebody else's Twitter account? Do I want to add their Facebook account? So let's say you have a husband or a wife or boyfriend or girlfriend that's needs help with their social media and they want you to help them. All you have to do is be logged into their account here up on one of these other tabs to start with, and that's all you have to do to connect an account. So I'm going to click on my Facebook and I'm going to click connect account, and this is going to open up a window, and the window that opens up is going to have all of the different pages that I'm an admin of. Here you can see my personal pages connected. Here I have a few friends and their businesses connected, some clients in here. And here's groups that I belong to. So if you don't know the difference between groups and pages and profiles, sometimes it gets a little confusing on Facebook, but if you have a personal account, you automatically have a page. So here's my page actually on Facebook. If I click on the F, you can see all of these groups here that I belong to, pages, and so on and so forth. So this is how you connect everything to start with. You just highlight one and then you click post to this group. And what it will do is it will pull all the information, and then that page will appear here under your Facebook. Same thing works for Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. So that's right here on the home page. Now you can see, now these are my new accounts that and we just, like I said, we just launched this service yesterday on the 11th officially. So you can see the click-throughs that I've had and what content is doing what. So the next thing I want to do, I want to either click on this button to schedule some new content, or I want to click on the button up here to schedule the content. And this is where I create the new message from. So I click on create a message, and my computer's a little slow right now, but from here I'm going to decide where I want to post to. So let's say I just want to post to my personal Facebook profile. I'll just check that box over here and I'll start my message. Now let's say I wanted to do it for Facebook and Twitter. I would select the Twitter button, and you can see that I have 140 characters available on Twitter and 2,000 on Facebook. If I check LinkedIn, LinkedIn gives me 689. Okay, so here on this little button here, when you sign up, this is if you want to do a quick insert. I click on this and my website appears here. This is my Jim Galliano site where I have my personal blog and I do some online marketing through there. If I want to add a hashtag, because if you're using especially Twitter, a hashtag is basically a keyword with this little number pound sign in front of it. At least that's what we used to call it, just a pound sign. So I can click on that, and let's say I want to add social media, I can do that. But here, all I have to do is start typing. So let's say I was looking for recipes, maybe Italian recipes. Maybe I would start typing the word recipe. And what it's going to do is it's going to actually go out online and find keywords that are already attracting traffic. So you can see that cooking comes as number one, the number one hashtag, the number one keyword relative to this topic of recipe. So cooking, cook, healthy food, this is what's trending in this category. So maybe I take cooking, maybe I'll add the hashtag cook in there. Now you can see I have 126 characters left, so I have to be careful with my Twitter. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put my cursor over here and I'll find a recipe someplace. Maybe I already have one on my blog, and it's as simple as cutting and pasting the URL in here. And that's how you do it. Let me just put some text in here. This is my favorite recipe of the month. Okay, and then all I have to do is I can either post this now and it will send it to these 3 platforms, excuse me, or I can choose a time and date and do it that way. So this is the very simple way to get started. All you do is connect your accounts and you start posting. And then in another video that I'll send in a few days, we'll go over some more detailed stuff, but at least connect your accounts now and get used to seeing this simple interface here. You can add an image through here. I'll show you that quickly. It can be as simple as uploading an image and adding it. If you have the Pro account, which you do if you just signed up, all of these template designs can be added to your image, so you can make it really fancy if you want. We have over 40 different designs in here, but you don't have to do that if you don't want. Under settings, you can put your business name so it will automatically be added, and your display URL. So here's my business name, here's my URL. You can put some body text. Buy our gizmos, they are great, and it will automatically be added to the image that you upload in your image library as long as you apply a template to it. Okay, once you've found the image that you want, let me just add one here from my library. Use image. Okay, the image is added, and then down here, well, you see I can add text. There's a little button for it down here, but I'm just going to attach it. I know this really doesn't go. This is my favorite recipe. Maybe I would put I found on social media. Okay, I can post now the image, everything, it'll all be sent out there for me. I can choose to do this tomorrow, and you can see how easy it would be to quickly add a post, add information, create a message, and post it. So in the next video, we'll dive deeper into it. I'll show you some more details. Thanks for listening. This is Jim Galliano. If you have any questions, please let me know.